question to start with. Can you tell us your name, your age, and where you're from?
Hi, I'm Chloe Thomas. I'm 15 and I'm from Fort Myers, Florida.
I'm Janhavi, I hail from India, and I'm 17.
Okay, great. So you've been here for 2 weeks. Today's the last day of the course. How are you feeling about that?
A little bad actually, because I really enjoyed here.
Okay.
So yeah.
And Chloe, the same?
I agree, I'm really going to miss it here.
Good to know. So what have you been studying while you've been here?
I started with my major, medical biology, and then my minor, which became critical thinking.
Okay. And your elective?
And my elective was profiling your personality.
Okay. And Janhavi?
My major was macroeconomics, my minor was Spanish intermediate, and my elective was creative writing.
Okay, so very different classes and quite a broad range of interests. How have you found these subjects that you've been studying here? Are you studying them for the first time?
No, I took economics in my class, and I've studied Spanish already.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty interesting actually. My professors were excellent and amicable, so it made it way more easier for me. So yeah.
And did you find that the content of the lessons was similar to what you'd experienced at school?
A little bit,
Yeah.
but it was different. It was different.
How was it different?
It was different because the topics were broad and very interesting, which we did not study in school.
Okay, so it maybe stretched you beyond what you're used to.
Yeah.
And Chloe, was it a similar experience for you?
I took biology my just past school year, and this one was a lot more like neurology and more in depth with that. And I thought it was really cool, and my professor was very nice, and she really understood that not everyone was at the same pace and was going at the same pace. So she taught it slowly, and it was very, very fun. And it was a lot of fun, interesting.
So what kind of size class were you in for your major and minor courses?
My major was 6 people, and my minor was 4.
Okay. And Janhavi?
There were like 3 people in my major, and in my minor I was the only one.
Okay, so what was that like, being taught one-on-one?
It was actually great, trust me, because I got personal attention, and so sometimes it's always better. So when you have less people in a class, you tend to learn in a better manner. That's what I believe in.
So personalised learning.
Yeah, exactly. That's some sort of personalised learning. So yeah.
And so for the elective courses, it's slightly bigger groups. So Chloe, you were taking Profile Your Personality.
Yes.
That's a relatively new elective that we offer, so could you maybe tell us a bit about that?
So for that, we just spent the 2 weeks taking not just quizzes, but like doing group activities where we learned more about our personalities, and we got to learn about our strengths and weaknesses through our personalities. And it was a big class, but it was really cool because everyone was a lot different. But I actually got to meet a few people that were really, really similar to me with their personalities.
So is that a class you'd recommend?
Yeah, definitely.
Great. And outside of the classroom, so thinking about later on in the afternoons, in the evenings and at the weekends, what kind of things have you been getting up to?
They took us to a lot of plays of like William Shakespeare, and I guess that was incredible because.
So that was Stratford upon Avon, yeah?
Yeah, and that was a very enriching experience, I should say, because I learned a lot actually, like from traveling to new places and exploring more about William Shakespeare. I guess was great.
Yeah. Okay.
I really enjoyed like our evening activities, like we just did punting, and that was a big teamwork. A lot of teamwork, and it was a lot, and everything else was a lot of fun, and we had a bunch of free time, which is really great because I got to explore Oxford a little bit more than I already have, and same with our day trips. We had a lot of free time, so I got to explore more than I probably would have.
And what sort of people have you been mixing with in terms of the other students or maybe the ENTS team?
Well, we have 20 girls, and we're all on the same floor, so we're all actually quite close right now, and just because it was 20 girls and 8 guys doesn't mean I haven't talked to the guys. The guys, everyone here was extremely nice and very friendly, which was very nice.
Befriending people of different cultures actually, gives you an experience where you can actually gain a lot from their culture and get acquainted with what exactly their culture is like. So I think that was amazing.
Great. And what about so you've talked a bit about the professors, what about the ENTS team or the staff who are in the office? Have you found them helpful? Or?
Yeah, totally. They were very amiable, and it was very good. Like it was very good talking to them. Actually, very helpful and very nice. Yeah.
So what sort of things have you picked up from them? So thinking about the ENTS team, their current UK undergraduate students, have you learned things from them?
Yeah. Like I really like, they're studying here in the university and experience a good university life. So I got a little insight of what university life in Oxford is about. So yeah, interacting with them was pretty good. Yeah.
And staying in college, Chloe, that's presumably given you a kind of a taste of the Oxford experience.
Yes.
Could you maybe talk about that?
Well, staying in college, you have your freedom, and then you also have to do things on your own, and you have to learn how to do that. So setting an alarm, nobody's coming to wake you up, so you have to be able to wake up to an alarm, shower, because there's only 3 showers and lots of people on one floor, so you have to be able to use the time wisely to get everything done, and then you just have to be on time to go everywhere.
So it's kind of an exercise in increasing your independence a little bit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you could pick one standout moment from the course, obviously you're all leaving us tomorrow, what would you say was the highlight for you?
I have to say, for me, it was getting to know everyone. The first few days I was really kind of quiet because I didn't know anyone, and everyone's is a little older than me.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've really gone this far out of my comfort zone. And I think getting to know and actually sitting down at dinner and talking to someone new every night was probably my favorite part.
Great. Janhavi?
I think the type of courses I took and the type of, as I just mentioned, the typical college life. I got a taste of the little college life, as you said. That was very good for me, actually. Yeah, and of course, talking to new people, meeting new people, getting to know more about their countries, their cultures, and embracing that independence you get here. So that was amazing.
So it seems overall quite a positive experience,
Yeah.
Great, well thank you very much.
Thank you.